Hello and welcome to another pedal demo by yours truly. This time it's a bit of a revisit, as I'm revisiting a video I did not so long back. Are these the only two dry pedals you ever need? And that featured this pedal on the right, my Boss SD-1, early 80s, and this fella here, the Boss Blues Driver. Fantastic combination, and you can do almost anything with those two pedals. But since then, this Boss Overdrive OD-3 has come into my life. Like the Blues Driver, it's just a bass tone, a core tone. It doesn't alter the frequency of the guitar much. So there's no like mid-hump nastiness coming in. Well, say nastiness, you might want the mid-hump sound, but there's, for like a rhythm guitar sound, there's none of that mid-humpness in it. So we're going to compare what I feel about the OD-3 and the SD-1 compared to the BD2 and the SD-1. So let's kind of remind ourselves. That's the clean sound. I'm going to a Victory DP40 with a Suhr HSS Strat, and I'm on the humbucker at this point. Let's remind ourselves of the SD-1. So yeah, it was Boss's answer to the Tube Screamers, I've said many times before. And it's asymmetrical clipping, it's not symmetrical clipping. That was the difference. It's a little bit more gnarlier than Tube Screamer. But yeah, very mid-rangey. So that's what we've got there. Everything's set at midnight. Everything's set at midnight on the OD-3. A lot louder than my SD-1, but maybe that could be because of the age of the pedal. The SD-1 is like 40 years plus old, so it could just be that. It's a glorious pedal, the OD-3. I don't care what anybody says. Let's give it a bit more level to compete. See, it's considerably louder. But what we're interested in here is the combination of the two pedal. I like to have a lot of level. I like kind of setting it how I'd set a clon, the SD-1. It's just my preference. On the single coils on the HSS Strat now. So, typical kind of Tube Screamer mid-humpy sound. Well, let's blend in the OD-3. The OD-3 has everything set at midnight. So just a reminder, SD-1, combine it with the OD-3. It really does thin it out quite a bit. Oh, that's classic Texas blues sound, that. I'll tell you what, this takes you into that kind of 80s glam metal, hair metal territory. It's got that sound to it, you know. George Lynch and all those guys, Warren D. Martini, were out, those sort of fellas. Takes you in. Let's just have a little bit more level, and you're right with in here, what I'm noticing different to when the Blues Driver was plugged in with the SD-1. The SD-1 is really tightening up the bottom end of this, but we're not having it too mid-rangey, but it's really tightening up the bottom end. It's a fantastic rhythm sound. Drop a bit of tone off volume off. I'll just to reiterate, Super Overdrive's on the right, OD-3 is on the left. Drop the volume back on the humbucker on the HSS, sir. Oh yes, clean up, nice. That's kind of like Green Day kind of sound. Absolutely crank loud, real loud stage volume. This sounds magnificent. I'm liking this a lot. Let's experiment. I'm going to keep the SD set as it is because that's how I like it. I'm going to experiment with the OD-3. Let's set that similar to we've set the SD-1. See what we have. That is a really quite a clean sound. Since I've got two gain pedals going through there, it's a lot cleaner than when the Blues Driver's in there. Like I say, I don't think the Blues Driver's a worse pedal than the OD-3. They are different enough to me. They're just different enough, but they both can do the same job with that sort of bass overdrive sound. Yeah, if you can hear that noise, that's actually the wind howling of the attic window there. Yeah, well, it's a bit windy out there at the moment. Yeah, so I'm not going to go on too much more about this this combination. Yeah, well, conclusions of this really, I think the BD2, if you want a really big sound, you want a bit of edge to it, when that's combined with the SD-1, you really can go into some real hard rock metal kind of territories. Maybe not so much with the OD-3 SD-1 combination, but I would say this combination is killer in terms of its kind of there's more clarity to everything you're doing there, and it sounds more natural. You know, I think if you want to do a lot of really kind of crazy gainy solos, the Blues Driver combination is probably the way to probably go. But for me, I just think, you know, the OD-3 SD-1 combination is very classy. It's far more classier. It's just a little less gain in the OD-3, but you can still, you know, let's just get back to that full glory of the OD-3 before. I just want to check some out. So I've got the level and drive goosed on the OD-3, and I've got the SD-1 set as I've set it for most of the video. Just a reminder of the SD-1. You might even want to add a little bit more tone on that, but the OD-3 is a much brighter pedal, so they do complement each other well. So we've goosed the OD-3. So. Glory be! What is this? Wowzer, that is an incredibly impressive sound. So yeah, that tightening up of the SD-1 with the OD-3 and that level cranked on the OD-3, it's a magnificent sound. What a rock sound. Great for garage, punk rock, alternative rock, metal. Fantastic. So yeah, I definitely would go with the OD-3 SD-1 combination over the Blues Driver SD-1 combination. That's just my personal preference. Turn off, they're a bit noisy. I still think the Blues Driver has certain applications that the OD-3 can't do, but as a combo, absolutely brilliant. Highly recommended, and both pedals easily, readily available second hand, don't cost a fortune. Well worth experimenting, people out there in pedal land. Well worth experimenting with. Boss again for me, fantastic. Just unbelievable value for money, really. So just remains for me to say, keep well, stay well. I hope you got some out of this video, because I really enjoyed this one. It was just something a little different for me. And I'll see you all later, guys. Bye.